Hey everybody, I'm back with part 2 of my website photography video. I'm going to be showing you some snakes that I had to get a bunch of my favorite snakes from 2020 out, take some nice high resolution pictures to put on our brand new website, which is coming at some point in 2021. So I'm not exactly sure when the website's going to be relaunched, but at some point we will have a brand new website up, hopefully a bunch of new features and a bunch of new content for you. As always, a very large selection of different snakes available. And so anyway, I just brought some of my favorite snakes out that I hatched in 2020. And I figured, well, as long as I've got to take pictures of them, might as well show them in a video. You guys have probably seen them all at one point or another during the 2020 season. I'm pretty sure I've showed most, if not all, of these babies on one video or another. But anyway, I just wanted to revisit them and show you what they're turning into. So the first one that I'm going to show you is Black Pastel Leopard Albino. So I love the Black Pastel Albinos because even as adults, they maintain the nice bright white and dark yellow colors. The Albino Leopards have also very, very dark yellows, but the yellow tends to bleed into the white a little bit. So I thought by combining the two, I can get the really, really super deep yellows of the Albino Leopard with the bright white contrast of the Black Pastel. So that's what I've got so far. I hatched a few of these this year and really, really liking them. First year I've ever produced them, so I'm not sure how they're gonna look as adults, but I mean, that to me is what a perfect albino would look like. The really bright white on the deep yellow color. So really, really like those a lot. The next one I'm going to show you, this is a Lavender Albino Inchy Leopard. And this is one of the coolest lavender albinos I've ever produced. I actually hatched a couple of these in 2020. The other one is a little bit smaller than this, and she's actually in shed right now, so I did not want to show her in a video. But the colors are just coming in amazing with this snake. I don't know. I can't be more excited about this project. I just think I would love to make 100 of these. Of course, I'd probably end up keeping them all, and then I'd have a whole room full of them, but no, I just really like the Leopard Inchy Lavender Albinos. I think there's huge potential with this. You know, I want to see what happens if you get Super Inchy in it, you know, maybe Yellow Belly. There's a lot of other genes I'd like to add into this to see if we can even make it nicer. I'm just never completely satisfied with anything I produce. I'm always thinking about what can I do to build upon this and make an even better version of it. But either way, I'm super happy with it. This female was actually a little bit of a problem for me. She got to be about, I don't know, 6 weeks old or so, and she just stopped eating. And I actually had to resort to assist feeding her for about probably like a month and a half to 2 months. She just wouldn't eat anything. And prior to that, she was eating fine. So I actually assist fed her like a large pinky mouse every 4 to 5 days for almost 2 months, and then all of a sudden she just took off, and now she's eating frozen thawed rat pups. She'll eat anything you put in front of her. So if you ever get a ball python that does that, you know, and just won't eat for you at first, you never want to assist feed until other than a last resort. But you know, sometimes it just takes a little patience. You know, maybe a few assist feed meals, and then a lot of times they'll just take off again and do great. And I expect this one to keep doing great. So one of my favorites from 2020 right there. Okay, and now the favorite video would not happen without Pieds. This is an Orange Dream Fire Yellow Belly Pied. I have a few of these, and I thought this one was nice because it had a really nice even ratio of like white to pattern, or a lot of nice spotting on it. Show off a little bit more of that pattern. A lot of fires are so high white it's actually hard to tell what they are, but this one's pretty simple. She's not showing her head very well though. Well, you get the point of her. Here, turn her on this way. And I actually think, there, a little emoji. Kind of looks like a jack-o'-lantern. Maybe just a little bit late for Halloween. I'm filming this on November 5th, so a little late, but pretty cool. Love Pieds. Okay, the next Pied that I want to show you is, of course, a dreamsicle. I've showed these on plenty of videos. I'm actually producing a pretty good number of them now. By pretty good number, I'd say I probably produced 20 this year, somewhere around there. So, I mean, they're definitely not super commonly produced, but I mean, 20 is really just amazing considering I only produced my first ones probably 4 or 5 years ago. So, and I've held back a lot of them too for future breeding. But I really like the Lavender Albino Pied or Dreamsicle. They're just awesome snakes, and yeah, they're definitely photo worthy, so I'll be taking some pictures of these today. And here's another one of my favorite Pied combos. This is a pinstripe albino Pied. So not with the lavender, just the normal, the regular albino gene. Just look at how they end up being almost solid yellow and white. You can't really see much for pattern in there at all. In some lighting you can see it a little bit, but not much. I mean, pinstripe Pieds don't have a lot of dark like blacks in them at all anyway, but I really think that these are cool because it's just a yellow and white snake. And even as adults they look pretty much like this. At least the ones that I produced a couple of years ago look almost identical to this, just 5 times as big. She looks like she wants to get real close up to the camera. Okay, we'll let her calm down. I'm going to show you my next couple, my last couple actually. This is an Ultramel Pied. This one was just on a video last week or the week before, I think, probably a couple weeks ago. I hatched out a clutch recently that had 4 of these in it, and another clutch earlier this year that had 3. Ultramel Pieds are not common by any means. They've been around for a few years now, but they're definitely not common. I produced more this year than I have in my entire career of breeding ball pythons put together. So there's certainly not a lot of Ultramel Pieds out there, but I just love the color scheme. And I just think by adding different patterns to this, like I want to see what a pinstripe Ultramel Pied is going to look like. It should just be a solid orange snake, or solid orange and white snake. And I'm actually hatching. They haven't come out of the egg yet, but I've got some pinstripe Pied het Ultramels, or at least one in there that's hatching right now. So hopefully that'll be coming out soon, and then I can raise that up and breed that into the Ultramel Pied project. I've also got Enchi Pied het Ultramels. Actually, I think only one of those two. I actually didn't have very good odds. I bred an Ultramel Pied het hypo to a pinstripe het Pied and an Enchi het Pied, and I got one Enchi Pied het Ultramel, and it looks as though I've got one pinstripe Pied het Ultramel. And I only really needed one, so I'm happy with it. But out of probably 6 eggs a piece out of those clutches, I would have hoped for a little bit more. But either way, it's okay, as long as I get one, so I can start on that project. Okay, and then of course, this is the last one for this video. The Panda Pie, super black pastel Pied. I didn't think that this video would be complete without showing her. Just an amazing snake. There's a few different ways to make a more or less black and white Pied. The Panda Pieds were the first ones to come out, and I'm going to be working on more of these, as well as some other projects for making black Pieds. Getting Bongo in there, Mahogany, GHI, things like that, to make some really nice black and white high contrasted Pieds. All right, well, that's it. I think these are the only ones that I'm going to have time to take pictures of today. Of course, once the website is up and running, I'm not sure which pictures of these will be up. I don't even know what we're going to actually use these pictures for right now. We're in the very early stages of developing the new website, but you can be sure that there's going to be a ton of stuff available on there. Hopefully a lot of content that's exclusive to my website, and just lots of cool stuff. Make sure to check out my current website, which is royalconstrictordesigns.com. The new website will have the same URL, of course, but make sure to check out my website to see what I have available. I've got tons and tons of ball pythons available on there. A lot of really cool morphs and combos. So make sure to check that out. And I guess that's it for now. I will come out with another video probably within the next week or so. Hopefully, if I can figure out something. I have a few clutches incubating yet, so hopefully I'll get some really cool stuff hatching out of there that I can show. And then if you guys have any ideas for any videos for over the winter when I'm not hatching babies, I'd love to see them. I'll try to look at as many responses as I can. I got a lot of stuff to do here all the time, so I don't really get a whole lot of time to sit down and look at the responses that come underneath my videos, but I definitely do look at them from time to time. So if you have any suggestions for videos, let me know. And also let me know which ones out of all these snakes that I showed you today, which ones you like the best. I'd love to get your opinion on it. So until next time, have a safe and happy day, and I will talk to you guys again soon.